Alright everyone, welcome back to Help Me Remember Lady Satori. It's actually been like 5 days since I played this game, I think even like a whole week. I just kept losing opportunities to finish it off completely. But I did the last time I played it, I was doing it off non-commentary and I did all the other challenges except Stage Extra. Now, I believe I might have explained this before, but I'll explain it again just in case. Stage Extra is solely and specifically for fans of Toho, or at least people who know all the characters. So if you're into the fan works and know a lot about them, then you might have a chance with this extra stage too. But it's mostly for people who actually play the Toho games. I'm not one of those people, but I do have like the fan works excuse. I do know a lot of them, so I think I should be fine. Also to consider is that it doesn't account for PC98, I believe, unless they updated it so that it does account for it. Because last time I checked, the stage extra did not account for some things from PC98, but I see the patch notes and they said they fixed some of the answers to be fixed and account for all the little tips. And who knows, maybe that means accounting for PC98 Toho games. For reference, when I mean PC98 Toho, I mean like the first 5 Toho games. They were made by the creator of Toho back when he was in his college, and there was a soft reboot with the 6th game, which means that it was like the first 5 games are treated a bit differently from the current games, which is basically every other official game. But anyway, we're gonna do all the achievements and all the difficulties and whatever in this video, and that'll be it for this game after that. Just a reminder that there's like 120 choices in this particular quiz right here, so it's not easy at all if you're trying to guess your way through. But it is possible. Anyway, someone's here? It's Oku. Go ahead, come on in. Pardon the intrusion. Having you know I'm here without even saying anything sure is handy. Yes, I finally returned to my everyday life. Alright, while you're here, why don't we try that what we spoke of before? That game? Yes, the question and answer game we played before. But it's no fun if you just read my heart. We don't get to talk that way. That's right, let's talk for real. You said we could play like that again, didn't you? Yes, I know. It's just been so long since I've read your heart, so I wanted to have a bit of fun. I'll do my best to not listen to your heart's voice. I'll figure out what you're thinking with just questions. Yeah, so specifically story-wise, Satori could just technically just cheat and know exactly what Oku is thinking of right here. Just a reminder that these two have never interacted in canon so far, by the way. That sounds perfect. Come to think of it, can you still sense when Koishi is going to show up? No, not at all. It seems my condition has just made my power bug out. However, we've been with each other for a long time. It's awfully faint, but if she's in the room, I sort of just know. Wow, Lady Story, that's amazing! So what should our category be? I feel like anything would be too difficult. Let's see. Okay, how about we use the residents of Gensokyo? Like a yokai from the surface or a shrine maiden. I think I understand. That sounds like fun. They say residents of Gensokyo, but they also account for characters that are out of Gensokyo too. Like, I believe Sumireko is a character who's technically from the outside worlds, as it's known in the Toho lore. And there's also the Lunarians, I think, that are accounted for, and they're in the moon, on the moon specifically. So that's another thing. Okay, then go ahead and think of someone. Anyone will do. Roger, but don't look at my heart, Lady Story. I know, I'll guess who you're thinking of properly. So yeah, there's freaking over 100 choices here. So it's very easy to get it wrong. You have to narrow it down quite a bit. Anyway, are they a fairy? I'm just gonna do it normally. Are they a fairy, perhaps? What's the answer? No, it's not a fairy. Wow, you were fast, Orin! I saw the text and I was about to wait for her next one, but no, she just straight up, like, it feels like she just went into I'm gonna come in. Are they a god? Please don't forget like that. It actually narrows it down quite a bit if you can identify what their species is. Okay, it's not a god. Are they wearing a ribbon? Not a ribbon? Okay. Have they been playable? She says they've been playable. I need to verify this. If she had said no, I wouldn't verify this, but I need to verify this if she said yes. Because have they been playable, that narrows it down a lot. If it is indeed yes. Okay, so they're a playable character. And they're not wearing a ribbon. Apparently, at least what she's saying right there means that she's not wearing a ribbon. Are they a magician? There are only like 4 magicians. She says no though, so I'm gonna take her word for it. Is their hair green? That narrows it down quite a bit more too. Like what I'm thinking of right now is, I want to say Sanae, but she said they're not a god, so... Okay, playable, green hair, not a god. Koishi right here is playable, and she has green hair, and she's not a god, or a fairy. I'm trying to think of other green-haired characters that have been playable. Eiki. Eiki is not a god either. I have to narrow it down more. Are they human? She said they're human, but... I might as well. Oh, I can't! I pressed OK. Okay, are they a former human? How about that? Okay. Have they been a final boss? I need to check that. Yeah, Orin is a lot more aggressive in this difficulty. Okay, it's not a final boss, so it's not Eiki. And it also means it's not Koishi either. Green hair, playable. Are they a ghost? Do they have a sister? Do they have a boss? Okay, we know they have green hair. Do they have any horns? Have they been a main character? I'm gonna verify that. Okay, they're not a main character. Not a main character, but they have been playable. They have green hair, not a god or a fairy. Not a final boss either. I keep thinking it's Sanae, but she says Sanae is a god. That's the problem, and she said they're not a god. I'm drawing a blank here. I don't know who this is. Oh, but I might as well guess. I might as well guess Sanae. Yeah, Sanae is a human, but she's also a god, and she's not like a demigod either. She's just straight up a full human and a full god. Oh! You know, this is perfect, right? This is perfect. This is the example I was thinking of when I was saying that PC98 is not being considered for information in this game, this fan game. Yuka was a final boss in the Touhou 4 game, Lotus Land Story. She was the final boss of that game. And she was playable on in Touhou 5 and Touhou 9. And Touhou 9 is like her canon appearance in the current canon of Touhou. But this game doesn't account for the PC98 appearances, so as far as it's concerned, Yuka is not a final boss. Lame. I would have well, I probably wouldn't have gotten it if because if she had said yes, they were a final boss, I would have think it was Koishi. But so lame, man. Yuka was definitely a final boss. Come on. Yuka was a final boss. Are they human? Let's verify. Okay, not a human. That narrows it down quite a bit. Do they have a sister? That would narrow it down quite a lot more. Okay, not a sister. Have they been a final boss? I'll take her word for it. Have they been playable? Oh, wait! She said neutral for human. I didn't even notice. Neutral for human means... Okay, this character's not playable, so it's not Sanae, but It's a very interesting answer to say they're neutral in terms of being human. It could mean there's someone who became a magician. Remember. Okay, not a god. I might as well. I'll ask later. Is your hair green? Neutral on green hair. Interesting. Are they related to bugs? Yeah, I figured. Is your hair brown? Ah, boy, she almost got me. Can't say either way when it comes to wearing a hat. Kind of wear a hat, kind of human. Huh, interesting. I need to get a definitive answer when it comes to hair color, by the way. Hair is... Okay, her hair this character's hair color must be teal. I'm thinking it's Tenchi, but Tenchi's hair is completely blue. Tenchi was a human, but now she's a celestial. Her hair is kind of blue. Okay, my current thought is that it's Tenchi, but I'm gonna ask more questions. This should be a yes, like a definitive yes. It probably isn't Tenchi then. Is the hair purple? Okay, it's not purple at all. Do they have a boss or master? Are they animal based? Somewhat animal based? That narrows it down. Okay, that... Orin just went straight into coming in. That's lame. They are kind of animal based. Used to be a former human, kind of, too. Oh, it's Kane! Kane is half human. I can't believe it took me that long to guess Kane, but yeah, we got one of the achievements at least. Yeah, Kane is a half wereby. She's unique in that, unlike the other demi yokais, she's actually like a full human in nights, like all the time, other than a night and a full moon. And when it's a full moon at night, she becomes a full-on yokai. I think. Maybe she could kind of consider that she's also just kind of half yokai, but Ken is interesting because she identifies as a full human. She's on the human side when you account for like whatever canon personality she was given. She hasn't appeared in the fan works or official works in a long time. It's very much a shame because she's a very interesting character. But I guess her ability is also too complex to think about. Anyway, wow, I knew you could do it, Lady Story. But purposefully not using my power is rather tiring. My power really is wonderful. I couldn't get by without it. It sure is. It helps you understand all of us better, after all. But you can read my heart even without it. You're amazing, Lady Story. I wouldn't really call what I just did reading your heart, though. Lady Story, when you have time, can I come back so we can play again? Yes, that would be okay, as long as you've finished your work, that is. Hooray! I'll work hard then. Let's see. What was I supposed to do next again? She takes care of the nuclear power plant. That's what she does. Now then, I ought to stop playing around and wrap up my work as well. It'd be a real bother if I overworked myself and lost my power again. I think I'll limit myself to staying up 10 days this time. She means 10 days in a row. Ugh. Okay, time to get the achievements and do the harder difficulties. I'll do the achievements real quick and then we'll do the hard mode and then lunatic mode. So I'll focus on doing 6 or less questions first, and then 2 or less for collections next. Because with... Just messed that up. Because with 6 questions or less, I can just do them all with my recollection ability. Just have to focus on really important questions. Because there's a... You kind of have to narrow it down as much as you can. sucks. Quite cool. They're a yokai. That doesn't quite narrow it down quite as much as I'd hoped though, but you know. Oh, is their hair pink? That would be nice. Hmm. No. Is their hair green? Well, it kind of narrows it down. Yokai, no pink hair, no green hair. Can discount Mistia, can discount Wriggle. Purple hair, maybe? Well, this stinks. It's kind of a waste of time if I... yeah, you know what? Let's just restart. I need to get more questions right to lead me down the right path. Are they a magician? Like, I need to get a good one right off the bat. Okay, not a magician. Cool, they're a human. And not a magician, so that means it's not Marie Satori-sama. Wait, what? She corrected herself to no? I thought she said initially said no and then meant yes. Well, god damn it. Not paying attention. Okay, this sucks. I need to restart again. I need to get like a definitive yes answer that narrows it down a great deal right off the bat if I want to get the achievements. Like if they have a sister, that narrows it down a lot. Toho is very much known to being very anime-ish. There's not a lot of characters with blue hair though. Like, we know Kane, who kind of has blue hair. It's kind of a mix. Tenchi definitely has blue hair. And Keiki, who's one of the later characters, definitely also has blue hair. Somewhat blue. Interesting. I need to think of what characters have blue hair. And especially somewhat blue. Is their hair white? I'm literally trying to think of every single Toho character right now. By saying no to white hair, I know it's not like Sakuya, for example. Let's ask if they were a human. They were a human? A human with kind of blue hair, huh? But no sisters. That is unfortunate. I really wish he had said yes here at the final boss question. Are they a god? That's my last question. This has to be Shimada. She must have bird-brained me on final boss, and as well as a human. It could be Sanai though, if the creator believes that Sanai kind of has blue hair. Except Sanai's hair is very clearly green too. I could also just be forgetting about a character. That's another thing. Okay, it's time to guess. Shimata. Damn, it's not Shimada. I want to see what the answer was. Okay, it wasn't Sanai either. Who could it have been? Oh, Yoshika? I disagree a lot that Yoshika has somewhat blue hair. Also, I got double bird brain. Both human and god were wrong. But do they have a boss or master? Was a yes, and that would have helped a lot. Like it seriously would have helped a lot. That would have been the final boss. Or an EX boss, that's another thing to consider. You know? Are they a fairy? Ugh. If she says no to this, we're restarting again. Because getting the list here doesn't help a lot, except for verifying, verifying the character names. Okay, not fairy. Let me restart. Let's try again. Are they a ghost or spirit, actually? Remember. Okay. Really? It is a fairy. Oh, cool. These questions are not great. None of these questions apply because fairies are not former humans, they're not magicians, and they're definitely not yokai either. So these are all a complete waste. We all know they're no. I'm trying to think of all the fairies. Yeah, definitely not black. Have they been playable? That's a good one to ask. No. So, assuming this is true, that they're not playable, that means Lily White, Daiose, Sunny Milk, Luna Child, and Star Sapphire. Those are my options for the time being. Oh, but she said no to black hair, so it's not Star Sapphire. What should I ask? Red hair? Green hair? That would narrow it down if she says yes to either of these. Or somewhat yes. Sunny Milk has a blondish hair, but it would probably get a somewhat yes if it was the case. I'll ask this. No? Okay, so it's not Sunny Milk, assuming that's true. In which case, it's either Luna Child or Daiose. Or Lily White. You know what? It's spring. I'm gonna go for Lily White. You know, just to be festive. Ah, lame. Okay, so now we're gonna go for Luna Child. Ah, I should have gone with Luna Child. But I did clear it with 2 or less recollections. That was not my plan, but it's what we got. So I did get an achievement, just not the way I thought I would get it. Now I have to do it with 6 or less questions like I was planning to. And because I can use all the recollections I want now, that means I can verify the answers a lot better. Although she was basically saying the truth for everything last time, so didn't change much. 6 questions max. Not a human does narrow it down quite a bit. Are they a god? That narrows it down quite a bit too, if they're a god. For reference, Toho means Eastern Story, basically. And that's why it's called Toho Project, right? Eastern Story Project. Japanese folklore has a lot of gods, like 8 trillion. Okay, it's not a god. So, even if she had said yes here, it would narrow it down quite a bit, as much as some people might think if you don't know much about Toho. Because there's lots of gods. A lot of gods. And some of them are, like, completely, like, weak when you think of gods. Some of them are, like, the autumn gods, for example. And the way they deal with autumn is by simply kicking... Well, one of them kicks trees to make the stuff fall from it. It's very mundane. I have a feeling for there's no point to ask either a former human if she said no to human, because that means it's almost certainly a no for former human as well. And are they wearing a hat or something similar? I want to ask this. Do they have a boss? Okay, that actually helps a lot. I think asking if blonde hair would be best. Zun likes blonde hair a lot, so this doesn't narrow it down quite a bit, but it helps, especially if she says no. Okay. Ron, Tsukasa. There's probably some other characters I'm not thinking of. I kind of wish I had a better selection of questions I could ask here. I kind of have to go with Ron, but it could also be Tsukasa or someone else. Okay. Blonde has a master. And not a god or a human. Tsukasa or Ran. It has to be either one of them or someone else that I'm not thinking of. I'm just gonna guess Ran. Ran Yakumo. Ah. Tsukasa. Oh yeah, Mayumi. Mayumi is also another character. There's also Clown Piece I just thought of. So yeah, there was a lot of different choices I could have guessed here, and I guessed wrong. That's why I said that her saying yes, it's a blonde, doesn't narrow it down as much as I wish it did. Are they yokai? Okay, it's a yokai. Are they a former human? I could ask that, but it's a very much a 1 in 100 shot of her saying yes to that. Do they have a sister though? That helps a lot. Because like, for instance, Satori and Koichi are both yokai, and they're sisters. There's also the... Actually, I can't... There's the Scarlet sisters. Flandre and Remilia. They're vampires, but they're considered yokai too, even though they're from a western area. not Benben and Yatsuhashi are considered sisters, but they're not related by blood, and they're not technically yokai, I think, because they're Tsukugogami or something like that. So I think if she had said yes for her sisters, it would have narrowed it down to Satori, Koishi, and Remilia and Laundry. No purple hair. That would have been a final boss. We'll see about that, Oku. This really doesn't help me much, by the way. All these answers. She needs to say yes to so many of them for me to be able to guess which character she's thinking of in 6 questions. Okay, not a final boss or an EX boss. I can't, like, it's a yokai, but I can't think of if there's any yokai that is also considered a god. Do they have a boss or master? Okay, this is not enough. I might as well just ask some stupid questions here. I kind of want to get the list of answers now. Can I guess in this many answers? Are they a yokai? And all these other no's. It's not purple, no sisters, not a final boss. And she said no to blonde hair even though I didn't verify it. Also, they don't have a boss or master. So you know what? Let's guess the first yokai that is not any of these. In the Windows canon specifically. And that would be Maylene, I believe. Because Rumia has blonde hair, so she wouldn't fit into this. So we're gonna guess Maylene. Yeah, it's not Maylene. Yeah, I don't know how I was supposed to figure that out, Oku. Yeah, Sega! How was I supposed to guess this? I did not have enough to go on. I think if I had asked if it was a ghost or spirit, maybe it would have actually worked though. Because Sega can phase through walls, it's one of her abilities. Anyway, we got the answer list now. I'll show how big it is, just because we can do that. Are they a yokai? That's how big it is. Like, I didn't even see half of it. I just need to... These are all the characters I can guess. It goes up to Tutetsu, which is the boss of... I think it's 17.5? Whatever the case, it doesn't include the Toho 19 characters because this game was made before that game was released, so, you know, doesn't help a lot. Anyway, I do have black hair. There's not as many characters with black hair as you might think of. Guess I'll ask if they're a final boss. Ooh, interesting. I hope this is true. Like, really true. A yokai final boss? There's quite a few, but it helps a lot. Also X bosses, don't forget about those. Cool, that narrows it down quite a bit. A yokai final boss, or EX boss. So that includes the Scarlet Sisters. It does include Yuyuko, who has purple-ish hair. Ooh, if I ask if they're a former human, that would help a lot. Let's verify. Okay, it's not Byakuren or Miko, who were former humans. Although I don't think Miko is actually a yokai, but Byakuren definitely is. She's a yokai magician. Is Shinmi considered a yokai? I think so. Is her head purple? Kinda wish I had better questions to ask. So it's not Remilia, because she has purple-ish hair. It would have been a somewhat no or neutral at the very least if it was Remilia. It could still be Flandre, who is the next boss considered a yokai. Are they wearing a ribbon? I'll just ask that. Okay, one guess. They're a final boss that had been a yokai. Definitely not Flandre. Definitely not Remilia. Could be Flandre. But she's not wearing a ribbon. But Flandre isn't wearing a ribbon. It could be Yukari. Although some people suspect Yukari was a human. Yeah, okay. It was too broad, too many different guesses I could have done. Kokoro. Yeah, I was not thinking of Kokoro. Kokoro is the final boss of one of the fighting games. Hopeless Masquerade, specifically. A non-playable blonde. That doesn't help a lot. Like, at all. Would have helped a lot if she had said yes to have them been playable, because that playable blonde that is not a magician, that narrows it down a lot. Like, I think Lunasa is one of the few playable blondes. Yukari is also one. Quite a few. Are they yokai? Like, I'm not surprised this is an answer that she would give, but doesn't narrow it down as much as I'd hope. Oh! Interesting, okay. Not a yokai, but blonde hair and not playable. And not a magician. It's probably a god. These are not great questions, by the way. It's probably... It could be the Aki sisters. That's what I'm thinking of right now. The Aki sisters. It could also be a fairy. So, Sunny Milk or Luna Child, I think. She says it's a ghost or spirit. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be a ghost or spirit. This is my last question, and it's about horns. Suika definitely has blonde hair. Like, for fans, it's more like auburn. But Zun actually drew a Suika for Toho 19, and he drew her with, like, just straight up blonde hair. Oh, and also Suika is a Noni, so she has horns. Okay. Not a yokai, not a ghost or spirit, no horns, not playable. Oh yes, Suika was playable actually, so it wouldn't have been Suika anyway. Blonde hair. It must be a fairy. So Luna Child immediately comes to mind, but Sunny Milk also kind of has blonde hair. Could also just be a regular human. But when you think regular human with blonde hair, that's Marissa, and Marissa is playable, so it's not Marissa. Let's just go with Luna Child again. Oh my god, I got it! Holy crap, that is a lucky guess I did right there. It could have gone so... It could have been so many other things. But I got lucky, and that's kind of like what you need to get all the achievements on this stage. Anyway, now it's time to just do regular hard mode and regular lunatic mode. And we can just do whatever we want from here on in. And just hope we get the right questions and good answers from Moku. Anyway, let's go. Hard mode. Is her hair green? Oh, if you say somewhat yes to this, I have to verify. Okay, somewhat green, so... That would have been playable. Oh, this could be Koishi. Koishi has somewhat green hair, and she has been playable. If this is a yes for have been playable, I kind of want to guess Koishi right away. Okay, one more question. Have they been a final/EX boss? If she says yes to this, it's Koishi. 100%. Yeah, it's Koishi. I'm gonna verify to be absolutely sure, but it has to be Koishi. You can see it like right there, right? Her hair is kind of greenish. Yeah, this has to be Koishi. I can ask more questions though. I want to see if I can ask about the hat. Or if they have a sister. I could have asked about blonde hair. Yeah, whatever. Do they have a sister? This is like 100% guaranteed to be Koishi, I'm pretty sure. If she says yes to this. Yep, so it's Koishi. Koishi. Yeah, that was an easy one. That was I could have guessed this at the first two questions. Like the first two answers. If just from that alone, that's narrowed it down to Koishi almost. And the third answer, like it was almost a just straight up guarantee at that point. I was extra careful and asked a couple more questions because, you know, why not? But that was just me getting lucky. Now we're going to do Lunatic, and it's probably going to take me a few tries because you don't get much time in Lunatic. Unless, of course, you get lucky. Because I think you can only do like 3 recollections in Lunatic. Have they been a final boss? And not a final boss. Are they a yokai? No? Is their hair white? Are they a former human? Oh, I should have asked if they were playable. And hair red? Do they have a sister? I kinda wanna know about that. Yeah, actually, to be honest, I don't know why I did that. She already confirmed it's not a final boss, and that removes Satori. That removes well, it doesn't remove Satori, but it removes Koishi, and also removes Remilia and Flandre, and that's like most of the important sisters. Anyway, have they been playable? I'm not getting lots of good answers here. Black hair? Somewhat no, so it's kind of brown? Interesting. Are they a god? Not really. Oh, these are interesting answers. Not really a god, doesn't really have black hair. Brown haired, kind of god? Are they a human? I want to guess Reimu. It would have been so fitting if it was Reimu. Reimu can call upon gods. Sho. Okay, so Sho has a strand of black, a black strand of hair in her hair, but it's mostly blonde. Are they somewhat a god? She's actually is a representative of Bishamonten. So that would be why it's a somewhat no. Well, it's a somewhat yes, actually, for are they a god. She's not really a god, but she is representative of one. She's the avatar of a god. So that's why it's that answer. And they're not a human. They're yokai. So I got bird-brained. But I was close. I was liking the questions I was getting at the end there. And the answers too. Oh, there are yokai. Had it been playable? Oh, okay, I have to verify this one. Playable yokai? That narrows it down a lot. It's a huge time waster. I should have asked a different question, but this is very useful information if it is indeed yes. Okay, playable yokai. That narrows it down quite a bit, but not too much. Blue hair. Yeah, definitely not. Do they have a sister? Okay. Pink hair? Fairy? Well, no, we know it's a yokai. Black hair. Related to music? Because that's the Prism Rivers, if it was that. White hair. Purple? Green? Blonde? It must be blonde. Ugh, this is too much of a waste of time. Playable yokai with blonde hair? I think I'm just gonna have to guess Yukari here. Yeah, we're just gonna guess Yukari. Okay. I didn't have enough information to go on for this. Oh yeah, Miko. Yeah, okay, so we know that Miko is indeed... well, we lost the answers, but Miko is indeed a yokai. But I didn't have enough information to go off on this. If I had asked if it was a former human, that would have given me a bit more to go on. But I could have also still gone bird brain by guessing Byakuren instead too. Oh, interesting. Blue hair. That narrows it down quite a bit. But she's probably lying. Oh, no? Okay. Are they a god? Oh, that narrows it down a lot. That narrows it down a lot. God with blue hair. That is basically Shimada, and no one else. Oh no, there's also Keiki. It's between Shimada and Keiki. Oh, okay, never mind. Not a god, but it's still blue hair. There's not a lot of characters with blue hair. That would have been the final boss. Sure. Because I'm thinking of Tenchi right now. And if this is indeed no, then it's not Tenchi, and that leaves like very few other blue-haired characters. Okay, so it's not Tenchi. Blue-haired character, that's not Tenchi. It could be Wakasaki-mei. Oh god, I don't know if I can spell her name. I'm just gonna go for Wagi. Go away, Orin. Wakasaki-hime. Cool, okay. Yeah, that's like one of the only other characters with blue hair. The mermaid. That's kind of anticlimactic for a last answer, but she kind of deserved it. I kind of like mermaids, and she's the only mermaid in the entire series. Wakasaki-hime. I already said her name wrong. So yeah, that was Help Me Remember Satori-sama, all clear, and we have a bonus scene. Oh, I've never seen this. Wow, I won this round. Try to guess the next one, okay? Let's see here. Wait, could you hold on a moment? Let's take a short break. We've been playing non-stop for 4 hours. Huh? Have we really? I'm impressed that you're not tired. Actually, let's stop here, shall we? I have to get back to work after all. Okay, I guess you're right. Thanks for playing with me, Lady Story. I'll get back to work too. Yes, do your best. Phew, I'm exhausted. That girl's energy knows no bounds. But I'm glad she had fun. Even without reading her heart, her face made that much clear. I have to set aside time to chat and play with my pets now and again. I can't just work all the time, after all. I'll look over my schedule later. Now then, where should I start my work from? Lady Satori! Oh, what is it? Did you forget something? No, I was just wondering if you'd play with me again today. But Oku, we just finished a minute ago. You forget things so quickly. Yeah, Oku is kind of known to be a bird brain. Into like the fanon of Toho. She's not that stupid. She's just, like in canon, she's just extremely defensive of her territory, which is basically the nuclear power plant of the underground. And beyond that, she mostly focuses on nuclear physics and nothing else. She was only thought that. So people like to headcanon that she's one of the more recent characters that got a human shape. And only because she got the power of the Yatagarasu. But yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is that in fanon, Oku is like portrayed to be more stupid than she really is. She's not that dumb, but she is a bit dim in canon. Just not completely brain dead like some fan works like to portray her. But it's usually done for laughs, so it's not that big of a deal. And oh yeah, that was it for Help Me Remember Satori-sama. I might play some more Toho fan games. In fact, I do have a plan to play some other ones later. Because Toho fan games that I'm thinking of, they're short and fun and easy to get into, and they tend to explore some types of gameplay that isn't visited in other games. Like in this particular game, it was Reverse Akinator. Very few games do that kind of gameplay. That's why I was really interested in doing this playthrough of this game. But yeah, hope you've all enjoyed the series, and I'll have a very nice day. Next time, probably some other miscellaneous tier list video before I do another series. Bye-bye!